He is one of the unique playmakers that I've ever been around. Having known him since he was a 17-year-old young athlete in Florida, he is everything that you look for in terms of having an alpha dog mentality. Having been around him at some Nike events in the past, this is a guy that absolutely loves ball. And Jim, I've heard you talk about the Chargers have not had a presence on the defensive side of the ball since Junior Seau. Derwin James is absolutely the presence. He's the face of that defense. And if he is on the field, the Chargers defense can do special things.
And he's on your list, Bucky, and you're writing about this right now on NFL.com, for sleepers for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Derwin James is a unique athlete. And I think when Brandon Staley took over the LA Chargers job, he basically had two pieces in place that reminded him of Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. He had Joey Bosa up front, who's a dominant pass rusher, but Derwin James is the guy that is perfectly positioned as the star of that defense, meaning he's a hybrid playmaker, half safety, half linebacker. He can make a bunch of things happen in the back end. And then Jim alluded to the leadership ability. I believe if he is healthy and available and this defense plays to their potential, we absolutely will be talking about Derwin James as a Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Who's the number one on your list, Bucky? This one's interesting. I like this one.
DeForest Bucker from the Indianapolis Colts. A lot of the attention will go to Darius Leonard, rightfully so. Signed a blockbuster deal, and he is kind of the face of that defense. But when you're looking at the unsung hero of that defense, it's all-pro DeForest Bucker. They traded a first-round pick to get him. They put him inside. He controls the middle, not only as a run stopper, but as a pass rusher. As this defense continues to rise to the levels of the elite, DeForest Bucker will get more notoriety and more attention. He is the only interior player that I believe can rival Aaron Donald in terms of his disruptive and destructive play at the point of attack.
Look, we can go to Bucky's list and get the names that most of us would expect. I'm going to go way out on a limb and give you a couple of sleepers. There's two guys in Arizona, and that's Chandler Jones and that's J.J. Watt. Chandler's looking for a new contract. Over the previous 3 years to this last one, he had nearly 50 sacks. He is a guy who's driven, who's motivated, and in talking to J.J. Watt, he is the same. In fact, this offseason, he went back to his former trainer back when he was Defensive Player of the Year, and he worked with him to get back physically to the place that he can be. Now, I know he's out with a hamstring, but that was his competitive element in terms of running the conditioning drill and training camp. But I'm going to say one of these two potentially could be an outside candidate for Defensive Player of the Year.